check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Good morning. Today, Wheezer and I are going to walk along the Thompson Creek Trail in Claremont. We're going to start at Town Avenue and we're going to finish at Mills Avenue. The total length of the walk is 2.2 miles, and we're going to take advantage of a very rare rainy day here in the summertime. The trail is very dog friendly, and there's plenty of water stations along the way, like this one here. Good morning, ladies.
Hi.
Look, friendly dogs.
That's the first time he's gone to any dog on the whole walk. You can tell he's a nice dog.
Oh, so you don't know this dog. Have a good one, ladies.
Coming out and going to the cities, okay?
Uh-huh.
Why they don't open like a channel, as a main channel, as a main river to connect all that water from that river to the Colorado? Like that, they will be saving millions and millions of dollars on fixing all those houses, fixing all the business that the river go inside there.
To buy all those countries, they don't have the water. It's through desert, yes. From where do they get the water? From the sea, desalination, okay. And we got the whole Pacific. All right. We got the whole Pacific. And we can get water from California, Nevada, Arizona. And we don't do nothing with the water that we got it right there.
Okay, right here is the Glen Way entrance to Thompson Creek Trail. There's a couple of interesting things to note about the creek and the trail itself. Nobody seems to know who it was named after. The second interesting thing about the trail is it's haunted, apparently. There's stories of clouds of confusion that people can't walk through, and shadow people that follow you in the night, but when you turn around you can't see them. So we'll explore those myths a little bit later. Just past Mountain Avenue, we find Tristan's Carolina Laurel. I don't know who Tristan was, but their owner or their family sure loved them. Here's where the horsies are on the trail. The dogs always take off for the horsies. There's a couple people there now. You don't mind if I film you, do you? Okay. So if you come on the trail, bring some apples and sugar cubes with you. Have a good day. Okay, about a mile along here from the start, we get to Higgin Bottom Park, and it looks like today they're pouring some concrete here. So we'll go around that. This is where you'll find the only bathrooms on the trail. So if you gotta use them, use them. There's a pet station here and a watering fountain here, and there's a little kiddie play area. I'll walk up there in a second. Okay, here's the kiddie section of the park. There's rocks to climb on. There's swings down there. There's a little tunnel kids can climb through. It's really neat for small kids, not for bigger kids. Now, years ago, before they built this train, there was a little jailhouse that occupied the spot where the train is now. And I always brought my kids up and let them sit in the jail, you know, just to let them know what it's going to be like a little bit later on in life. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, right at the eastern entrance of Higgin Bottom Park, we see the entrance to Sycamore Canyon Trail. Sycamore Canyon Trail is fairly strenuous. Once you hike to the ridge, if you go to the right, the trail will lead you up to Johnson's pasture. If you go to the left, you'll eventually arrive in San Dimas. This whole area was originally owned by C.C. Johnson, who came to Claremont in 1898. Johnson acquired 175 acres along the creek, which he called Johnson's Pasture. He died in 1906, and the land reverted to his son, J.D. Johnson. Inspired by Blanche Pitzer, who had donated 5 acres of scrubland just a ways up the creek to the Girl Scouts, J.D. donated 40 acres to the Boy Scouts, and the cabin was built by the Scouts themselves in 1934. Years ago, all along this trail, they used to have exercise stations. They'd have like pull-up bars and places where you could exercise your knees and things. That's what these little rock outcroppings are for, but they've taken those down, I guess, due to lack of interest. Here we're coming up to a split in the trail. If you go to the left, that'll be the main parking area. If you go to the right, that trail will follow La Puerta Park, and it's a really beautiful little spur trail. Let's go along that one right now. Walking along the spur trail, it's hard to believe that this is haunted. I mean, it's a really, really beautiful place, but it is a mysterious place. Behind me is where a couple of mysterious buildings used to stand. They were here up until maybe 5 or 6 years ago. The buildings were always deserted, and when my kids lived in the area, they always thought the buildings were weird and mysterious. So much so that they made a documentary about them. Now I warn you, some of the footage may be disturbing. I haven't previewed it yet, but I'm told that some of the video is pretty intense. So let's take a look at a clip from that video now. You can sit down along here and take a rest if you like. There's parking enough for about maybe 20 cars there next to us. There's a pet station, water fountain just behind me about maybe 200 feet. So it's a really beautiful place, and this is the main area where you would come into Thompson Creek Trail. Just past the 4th watering station is the grove of mysterious bleeding trees. Let's go up there and see what we can find, see if they're bleeding right now. I don't see too much blood. Oh, I think we found one. I think we found one. Yes, we found the grove of mysterious bleeding trees, but it looks like only one of them is bleeding right now. Yeah, that's the bleeding trees right there. And just for you and me, I think that's what's called sap. Anyway, that's the Claremont bleeding trees for you. Don't look away. Look at it! Look! Here's Palmetto Drive. We've come about 3 miles from Town Street. And right up here, where Palmetto Drive hits the trail, if you go to the left, past the little horse barn there, you will find La Casita, which is the Girl Scout camp. As I mentioned earlier, Blanche and Lee Pitzer had donated 5 acres of scrubland along the Thompson Creek to the Girl Scouts in the early 30s. 15 years later, the Girl Scouts themselves started a cabin fund, and in 1947, La Casita cabin was built and is still used today for overnight camping and campfire activities. We're coming to the last section of the trail. And this part of the trail is known as the Cobalt Canyon Fire Trail. And let me tell you, it gets hot out here on this trail. There's no shade. So bring plenty of water if you come out here walking. Well, that's it. All we've got to do now is come back tonight and see if we can catch some of the paranormal activities that go on after the sun goes down. Okay, we're out on the trail. It sure is dark out here. We're out here to debunk the myth about the Thompson Creek Trail being haunted. So we'll put a few minutes of work into it. Come on, hurry up, Wheezer. Come on. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Come on, Wheezer. Wheezer, quick. I love you, buddy. You're on your own. But if you're still interested in the haunted history of Thompson Creek Trail, I'll list some videos for you to watch. Okay, we're at the end of the trail. This is Mills Avenue here. If you go up this way, you'll get to the Wilderness Park. And if you go up that road there, that will take you up to Mount Baldy Village. Boy, it's been a long hike. My hair and my beard has grown out. Whew. Mysterious. 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 Okay, we're on the Spur Trail now. Mysterious. In the field behind me, there used to be a... You're on your own, bud. I love you. Mysterious.